Hi everyone, welcome to the Mind Maze.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about more of that random thoughts about how perspective can change the way we see stuff.
It's kind of just random thoughts 101.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna focus on broad topic of perspectives.
perspectives, and
Yeah,
not even human perspectives. We're just going to
Yeah.
talk about perspectives in general.
yeah. And I guess just let's get in the video.
Cue the music. Okay, so let's talk about some of the thoughts that me and Amrit have had, and that we can sort of how we can bring them into reality and,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about how our thinking is around them. So let me ask you a question first,
Mhm.
Amrit. I see the moon every night. Do you ever wonder, do you think that if the moon could feel, it would want to be like the sun?
That is a deep question, like, just to start off with. I feel like the moon and the sun are the most poetic things we have in our space.
Yeah.
Just to say that how they represent two things that can never be one. Like, they can't combine ever.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of is like, it's kind of like the trope of when two things cannot end up with each other. Kind of like resembling how winter and summer can never meet. Like,
Yeah, no, I understand. It's just, I think of it as the moon underestimates itself, you know?
oh my
If
goodness,
you think about
yes.
it, everyone's like, oh, the sun is the power of the cell, but the moon doesn't realize that it has just enough of importance. It's the one that makes our world spin. It's the one that makes the waves, like waves, wave. And yet everyone, oh, jingle bell. and yet everyone still thinks that it's lower than the moon, not understanding that the moon has its own place in the world.
I love the way you phrase
I
that.
actually wrote a poem on it. I'm not gonna say the poem, but it's like a 3-minute poem, it's all about
Can you give a little glimpse of what you had in the poem, like the
oh,
first line?
I don't remember. It was like, what if the moon could come out to play in the sun just for one day? Something like that. It was something
That's
like
good,
that.
yeah.
It's a really good poem. Maybe if I feel comfortable, I'll share it next time.
So I am someone who's actually really fond of astrology, like, and
Mm-hmm.
astronomy. Like, I love like looking into those things. And do you like something I feel is that the moon kind of represents emotions.
Oh yes.
So it has so many phases, and along those phases it feels like, I believe when it's full moon it's happy, when it's kind of disappeared, I don't know what the phase is called,
Yeah.
but it kind of feels sad and
Mm-hmm.
lonely. It's kind of fading away from the stars and the planets, away from us humans. It kind of represents the different emotions. The sun is so strong, it never disappears, it comes back every single day.
Yeah.
But the moon also does, in a way, right? Like, what are your thoughts on how they symbolize these like human emotions?
So when I imagine the moon and the sun, I see the sun as a confident person. I see the sun as, okay, I'm here. I don't need anyone's approval. Life starts for me, life ends at me, and that's it. But with that, I also sort of believe that the moon is undershadowed. The moon looks up to the sun, but doesn't understand that he himself is capable of so much more than what they possess. He wants approval of the morning wind. He wants approval of the dewdrops, but he doesn't realize that without him life would be unnecessary. Like, he doesn't understand that, okay, he's not his own light. The sun reflects off of the sunlight reflects off of the moon, and that's how you can see him. But he needs to understand that there are souls out there, souls like mine, who would stare at the moon countless of hours only if he didn't underestimate himself.
That is so poetic. I can say that is extremely poetic. I feel like staying with you for these, like, talking about all these topics in the videos, it's kind of awakening the poet in me in a way. And
I love poetry.
yeah, yeah,
If I could,
yeah.
I would speak in poetry the whole day.
That that phrase is just fantastic to even like start off with. But yeah, as you were saying, like, the moon underestimates its ability
Mm-hmm.
and the effect that it has on us, in
Yeah.
general. I feel like the moon is really poetic in a way. It fades away, hoping in return.
Oh yeah,
Right?
and you say you don't do poetry.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
no, exactly. No,
Yeah,
the moon is a character,
it
and we
is.
need to understand that perspectives for everybody else and how they sort of fix in with the topic of the moon and sun. But if we move on from that topic into a different question, Amrit, I would like to ask you.
Mm.
No, you ask me.
So, a question I would like to ask you, this is something I think about during this time of season.
Mm-hmm.
It's, do you think the leaves know that they're gonna fall every winter? Or is it just an emotion that we look up to in a way?
Yeah, I think they know.
They know?
Everyone knows. Everyone has an intuition. The thing is that everyone knows what's going to happen to them, right? Like I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's a surprise. No one knows the future. But if it happens repetitively over and over and over again, it must happen for a good reason. And I think the leaves know that, right?
I also feel the leaves represent a life cycle.
Yeah.
They're green in the start that shows the birth of a human, in a way symbolizes it.
Mm-hmm.
They change in colorful emotions, kind of representing us as different stages we have in
Yeah.
life. And in the end they turn brown like us as humans when we turn old, and then they fall off. But they always return back, like our souls that never really end in a way. They always return in new bodies,
I love the way you said that. Actually, I've never thought of it like that.
right?
The way I think about leaves is as people.
Mm-hmm.
I like not the way you were
Yeah,
saying, like that's a beautiful way to think
thank
of
you.
it. Some way I think is that the leaves know that for the health of the tree they must let him go. You
Oh my
know,
goodness,
right? Like they
yes.
just know that in order for the tree to grow strong, I must let go of him. And they know that
Yes.
okay, it's my sacrifice, but it's for the betterment of my home. It's the betterment of
Mm-hmm.
my who like you know how you say like
Yeah.
birthed, who was from who made me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think how it relates to our life is that we know our values and morals. We know how we got there. We know where we got them from. We know how we got to that point. And if something happens repeatedly over and over and over again, we get that it's not like a systemic bias, but we get programmed in such a way that we start finding enjoyment, we start finding relief in that. It could be that
Mm-hmm.
the leaves get tired of staying on the tree for too long and they just want to let go. They
Yes.
want to be like, I need a break, I need to sleep, I need to rest.
It's kind of the break you need to take from certain things and people and objects in the world.
It's like that emptiness, like
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore.
That
And
I
that's
yeah.
completely okay to feel that
Uh-huh.
way.
And I feel like this question I'm about to ask is just like something we were both talking about
Yeah.
when we were having lunch earlier. It was, do you think the villain knows he's the villain? It's something I've been thinking about for a few months now, and it's just like I just want to hear everyone's perspective on it. Also, you guys in the comments, please tell us your like thoughts and opinions on it. But what's your thought on it?
No one's a villain in life. No
Mm-hmm.
one. I'm like, no one's a villain. Everyone has different morals and capacities of the way they think. There's a quote I heard that the hero can sacrifice the hero will sacrifice you for the world, but the villain will sacrifice the world for you. It just depends on how you see it.
Uh
Some
huh.
I might see the hero as a villain that oh he's letting me go for the world, whereas I could see the villain as a hero. It depends on how I see the person. You know?
Exactly. And that's when we talk about perspectives in general. That
Yeah.
the lens you look at something determines your decision upon it.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
I remember in English class we were looking at you can say this short story.
Mhm.
It was about how there was a totem pole
Mhm.
and it was singing constantly, and this lady said found it annoying, but later towards the end of the poem when she accepted it she found it to be amusing, and when she found it amusing the totem pole stopped singing.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on the perspective you look at a situation.
Yeah. Like I want someone personally, I want someone. I am a very vocal person. If I don't like something, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it.
Hmm.
I like. I don't want the hero to tell me that hey, calm down, relax, don't burn. I want the villain to tell me hey, fire, rage out, and I'll handle the aftermath. You know, And that's different than how you perceive things. Someone might perceive that as confidence, someone might perceive that as rude. You just have to know where your boundaries set.
Uh-huh.
And how about you? What do you think? Is there a villain?
I feel like situations and things that happen throughout the life makes the villain be perceived as a villain.
Yeah.
But I feel like no one, as you said, no one is truly a villain. Like, okay, there might be like some people who are brutal, and
Yeah. No,
we're
we're
not
not we're
talking
not
about
talking
the.
about those. Like the
We're
people
talking
who,
about like, when I'm thinking, I'm talking about movies in general. Like the when you look at villains, and there's a certain story that goes behind it, and you've probably seen this when you're seeing the villain just being associated as this cruel person. You're like, oh, I hate this person. But then when you get the backstory, you kind of feel
yeah,
this
you feel bad.
emotion and this feeling of bad that, well, they didn't all deserve it because they weren't grew up. Because so you can't really blame anyone for being cruel in a way, because they don't have the intelligence of knowing what's right or wrong.
There's a difference between a rose in a lush green meadow and a cactus in a Sahara desert. There's always going to be a
Mm-hmm.
difference. They
Yeah.
both are thriving. They both have thorns.
Mm-hmm.
They both have their own lovely flowers. But it only depends. Some people don't even consider cactus as plants, right? So it only depends on the way
Yes.
you think of them.
Kind of symbolizes how if the people who surround you don't value you, you maybe need to change the room you're in.
Yeah, and sometimes you can't even do that.
Mm-hmm.
If I put the cactus in that green meadow, it's not going to survive.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going to think it's an outsider, and that's true. The cactus have made its accommodations itself. It has made its leaves small. It has made himself tough to constrict water. Whereas the rose has big leaves. It has thorns, but those thorns are just not to get plucked. That could be
Mm-hmm.
as a hero. Whereas the cactus is a villain, even though he did nothing wrong. Just being born in the Sahara is not an issue. You know.
I know. That I like the way you said that. Is there any question that you would like to
I don't
put
know. Do
upon?
we have time? I don't think we have
I think
time. Maybe one more.
one more.
One
You
more.
put out one
Okay.
more there.
Do you think that when it rains, each raindrop that knows it's gonna land on you finds its way towards you?
Oh my goodness. I love that question. I feel like when the raindrop falls, it's just trying to reach the ground in a way. But when you ask a question, does it find its way towards you? I feel like it's finding its way towards the ground, but we are the one who's walking across and making it kind of go away from its destination. Maybe the ground was the one
Oh,
that they wanted to go towards, but we as humans or as people are the ones who kind of distracted it from its original
I
destination.
love that. Actually, I didn't think of it that way.
Mm.
I thought of it in a different way.
Tell me your opinion on it.
My opinion on it is that the raindrop knew whom he had to fall on, and and throughout the whole world, it chose that specific location, that specific time, the specific moment to fall, calculated the specific speed and velocity it had to come down on just to touch you. Its main purpose was to feel you and just
Yes.
to drop off, maybe even on your umbrella. But it traveled the world. Like that raindrop might be from Mexico, it might be from Egypt, that raindrop might be it might come from South Africa, but it
Mhm.
came just to find you right there and then.
Kind of plays into the topic of destiny.
Yeah.
What's meant for you is going to come for you.
Every raindrop has your name on it. Every ray of sun has your name on it. Every food you eat has your name on it. You just have to believe it that way.
Mm-hmm. I love, love the way you said that. And that kind of gets into the different perspectives again, like how I said maybe we're the ones who are the distraction,
Distraction,
but
yeah.
you said no, it's meant for you. And that made me think, yeah, sometimes you shouldn't always think of the negatives and
Yeah.
focus on maybe it was meant for me. Maybe it was meant to fall on me and give me that little hope of kind of this power, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like maybe the raindrop's main purpose was just to land on you, and you're thinking, "Oh, I got wet."
I
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
it completely depends on the way you perceive things. And again, when you start thinking that everything's meant for you, the good and the bad, you start realizing that life's not bad at all. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the way you were thinking about it that
Yeah.
makes you sad. But in
Yeah.
reality, life is all all cherry blossoms.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, oh my god, that was so deep
Yes.
conversations. Yeah, we're getting into the
Before,
Christmas
yeah,
spirit.
we already have the Christmas tree up. We won't say what date it is because it won't be posted by then. But just to tell you, we have Christmas decorations planned. And before we get into the ending of the video, I'd like to just ask you that for the past few videos, we've been filming a lot of content that is just talking about our opinions in general. And I'd like y'all to comment down below if you think these type of videos kind of motivate you and affect you more in a more better way than just straight up points.
Yeah,
Please tell us because we really want to find the right videos for the
for
audience.
yeah, for your audience,
Yeah.
because we make them for you.
Mm-hmm.
We have these talks all the time. Like we don't film them. We have deeper talks than these.
Yeah.
So if you like these, let us know. If you like the how I'm just saying, like the point form, we do this. Just tell us. If you like the more energy ones, tell us. These are more laid back.
If you like
These are
those like little role plays that we do,
yeah,
then
if you
tell
like
us.
the role plays, let us know. Because if you don't hear back from you, we would never know, right?
Yeah.
So we're still on a learning curve. I know it's
Yeah.
been some time, and it takes time to learn.
Yeah.
So help us out, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's it. So if you like this video, leave a thumbs up.
Comment down below.
If you haven't subscribed, subscribe.
Hit the notification bell so you can get updates on new videos.
And thank you for watching
The Mind Maze.
Bye.
Bye.